Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel where we're going to be creating your best self. And today I would like to do a deep core, deep pelvic floor breathing class that is extremely effective, and I'm sure you're going to love it. The two things that we're going to need with you today is a very squishy bowl. This is called a Pilates bar bowl because I also use it for my Pilates and bar classes. If you don't have a bowl, you can actually use a foam roller or a yoga block. We need something that you can squeeze in between your legs, so whatever you have on hand is perfect. And then the second thing that we're going to need with you today is a resistance band, but the one that is like this. It has to be super long. If you don't have this, you can actually use anything that you can wrap yourself around with. We need that for our breathing exercises. If you still can't find an object that fits, you can actually just use your hands to make sure that you have a little bit of pressure for your diaphragm. You will know what I'm talking about when we get into the actual exercises. So for now, let's put the bowl away, and we're gonna wrap ourselves with the resistance band like this, and you're gonna wrap it around your diaphragm. Okay, now if you don't have this, you're just gonna put your hands on your diaphragm and make sure that you give it a little bit of pressure. And we're gonna be starting with a sequence. You're gonna spread your arms around to the sides a little bit. Inhale with your nose and expand your diaphragm. And as you exhale, you're gonna make sure that you tighten your diaphragm a little bit more to just give a little bit more of that pressure. And now inhale, hold it, and exhale. You're gonna do this for about 10 to 15 times, and while you're doing it, you're gonna listen to my instructions. We need to make sure that your body is super stable, so you're not inhaling with your shoulders upward like this, and you're really focusing on the diaphragm expansion to the sides. Now, when you're exhaling, you're gonna make sure that you really get rid of all the air that you might possibly have in your lungs, and you're gonna send it all the way down to your pelvic floor area, and try to really not even tighten, but strengthen that area while you're pushing all of that air down. Okay, and we'll do a couple of more times with you. If you get dizzy from so much breathing, just take a couple of moments and always make sure that you have it around your rib cage. Nice, good job. Now let's do the same thing, but we're gonna expand one side at a time. So, as if you're pushing one side of your ribcage to the side, and then as you're tightening your hands, you're gonna push that side to the other side, okay? So you're gonna do about 5 to 10 times on each side. Good. Keep going. Once again, if you don't have anything like this, you can just use your arms. Keep going. Whenever you're ready, switch to the other side and work on that side as well. And tighten your resistance band. And push to the other side. Loosen it up a little bit. Good. Now, the reason why we're trying to really focus on our diaphragm is because our diaphragm holds a lot of tension, and actually a lot of things could get affected by it. So it's not only about toning all of this area and working very deeply with our core and our pelvic floor area. It's also about the diaphragm itself, right? It's really good to occasionally massage it. So if you feel any tightness right now and discomfort, you can also start by just massaging this area and relaxing it, and then get back to the breathing exercises. It's also going to help with your actually metabolic health, your gut health, because if you have a lot of tightness here, it affects a lot of your inner organs, and once again is even your gut health. So make sure that you work on this area on a daily basis. Whenever you're done working on each side separately, we're gonna move on to the next sequence, and I'm just gonna make my band a little bit smaller. We're gonna go into this position, and you're gonna place your resistance band on like a little bit lower than your shoulder blade. So not the middle of your back, but a little bit closer to the top of your back. And now we're gonna focus on the same kind of movement. Couple of things here. Whenever you are inhaling, you're expanding your diaphragm, but at the same time, you're relaxing your abdominal area. And then when you are exhaling, you're kind of trying to put all of this inward and strengthen all of your lower parts and all of your pelvic floor area. Okay? So keeping that in mind, let's try again. Expand and relax. And tighten. Again. Good job. You're going to keep doing it 10 to 15 times. Good. Take your time to really feel each move. Good. Again. Nice. The only other thing that I can say about this move is don't change your pelvis position until you feel that the air has reached this area. So it's kind of, keep the same idea in mind that actually the air has to guide your body into the change of the body shape, if that makes sense. So don't try to push the air down, let the air push your body, and then the pelvis tilt will happen naturally. So always keep that in mind. Inhale, expand, and then let the air go all the way down, and then the pelvis positioning is going to change naturally, and then you can engage your pelvic floor area. Okay, wonderful. Whenever you're done with that, put the resistance band aside and let's get our bowls. Now we're going to lay down on one side. Once again, if you don't have the ball, you're going to be using your foam roller for this. Great. Now we're going to position another hand on the other side. Breathe into that side. Once again, push the diaphragm upward and then push into that bowl. Same thing here. You're going to do it 10 times on each side. And you can also like try to almost help your diaphragm loosen up by tapping your fingers into it and kind of like massaging this area inward. Good. Again. Please take your time with these moves. If you need to do more to kind of like figure it out and feel this move, then you do so. Good. And whenever you're ready, switch to the other side and repeat the same sequence. Yeah, so make sure that you position your object, whatever it is, right into your rib cage. Good. This requires a lot of deep breathing. I know that this is going to be weird for a lot of you because we tend to not breathe, never mind so deeply. But you're going to get used to it if you, sorry, I'm trying to like breathe and talk to you at the same time. If you get used to doing it on a daily basis. Couple of more times, really try to focus on expansion. Good. Good job. Nicely done, you guys. Now I'm going to ask you to position ball, foam roller, yoga block, whatever you have in between your legs. And you're just going to lay down on your back. Nice and easy. You're going to tilt your body a little bit upwards without engaging your glutes. So we don't have to go into the full bridge position. You're just going to be right up here. Now, as we inhale, we expand our diaphragm in the same way. And now, as you exhale, you're going to turn and twist your hips to the side, squeeze the ball, and send all of that air down to your pelvic floor. And feel the engagement right here. Repeat it again. Inhale. Expand. And turn your hips to the other side. Squeeze the ball and make sure that you really let all of that air sink into your pelvic floor area. And then you're going to repeat it for 10 to 15 times. Good. It's also almost like you're not only turning, but you're tilting your pelvis upward as well as turning your hips to the side, if that makes sense. I think you might be able to see a very clear difference between if I just turn my hips or if I let them sink inward and kind of like tilt my pelvis up. Don't forget to squeeze the bowl. Focus on your diaphragm expansion as you inhale. Squeeze and exhale. Good job. Couple of more times. I advise to repeat a couple of sets of these. So anything that we're doing with you, always keep in mind that it's better to do 2 to 3 rounds of each move. Good. Okay. Whenever you're done, you're going to remain in the same position. Nothing changes. Only your legs are going to get off the ground. Make sure that you have a 90-degree angle, okay? So don't put your legs anywhere here. Now, if this position is going to be too difficult for you, if you are a beginner, you're going to go on your elbows. This is going to make things easier for you. And the move that we're going to be focusing on is going to be the same as before, because at first we're going to expand and breathing. And then as you exhale, only when you feel this engagement, and you see what I'm doing, I'm tilting my pelvis up. Only then you're going to touch the floor and get back. And also try to squeeze your bowl a little bit when your legs go down and up. Okay? If you can, lay down and try to repeat the same thing. So inhale, exhale, touch and come back. Make sure that your lower back is glued to the floor when your legs go down. Good. Once again, you're going to do 10 to 15 times, 2 to 3 rounds. But of course, you can always start with just one. Good. And keep going. All the way down. Tilt your pelvis up and then touch. This requires lots of control. Once you get used to this kind of breathing pattern, you can increase the speed to just not make it so long. But if you're a beginner, just make sure that you take your time. Good. Whenever you're done, we're going to move on to the next move. Good. Now, our last move for today is going to have to be back on this position. Same thing here. You're going to squeeze your ball in between your legs. And in the same kind of pattern that we did the first breathing exercise, when we just inhaled and then exhaled and tilted our pelvis down. We're going to do the same thing, but now after you're done the breathing sequence, you're going to remove your knees off the ground, squeeze the ball and put them back down and relax. Focus on diaphragm expansion. Squeeze, hold it all in, put your knees back down, and relax. And again. All of this is great for postpartum recovery. If you are, listen to me, if you're a mama and you want to recover, if you want to strengthen all of them, you want to recover, you don't know where to start, you're scared of doing regular like abs exercises, forget about all of this. Focus on like this whole routine. This is going to be very effective, and it's very safe, and once again, very effective. On that note, let's keep going with this move. Hold, squeeze, and release. A couple of more. Squeeze. Good job. Squeeze. Good job. And we're going to finish off this sequence by turning our knees a little bit to the side, squeezing the ball again, and putting them back down. Same thing, try to repeat this move 10 to 15 times. Good job. Keep going. Give me a big inhale, expand your diaphragm. Squeeze. Good job. And that is it. Make sure that you are done with your routine. Make sure that, once again, you take your time. Go back if you're not sure how to breathe, how to engage your core or your pelvic floor correctly. And yeah, I advise to do this as many times as you can. This is super safe, super effective, very fun when you really get used to that breathing pattern and you really know how to engage all of that while you're doing all of these moves. And yeah, let me know how it went. This routine is a part of my 30 days challenge. It's a program. It is called challenge because I really want you to be challenged and really stick to that kind of like mindful movement on a daily basis. But once you're done the 30 days program, you are allowed, you get to keep the program for lifetime. Okay, so you can actually follow this program from month to month to month to month. If you want to subscribe, if you want to join the program and learn more about it, you can always check my bio on my Instagram page, which is FIT.BYSOFI, to just read more and get into the details and see if it's for you. Stay tuned for more videos and let me know what kind of workout you want me to record next time. Thank you. See you. Bye.